Um, okay, so on your test, there's a couple of things to remember about similar triangles. All angles are the same. So this angle right here would equal this angle. So as long as you can identify the corresponding angles, you should find that they are that they are similar. So you check the angles first, but I am going to ask you to find an angle, and you can just look by corresponding, identifying the corresponding sides. So on your test, we're going to ask you to write ratios for a picture that looks very similar to this. And it will ask you to find the side length of AB, which is right here. So what I always do is I give it an X because it's my unknown. I don't know what that is. And I always color coordinate, right? So I have my D and my E. So if I have to set up a proportion, I know that in some way my X corresponds with my 3, right? And then I have another color right here. And I use my base because both bases have a number. I need a number in order to determine my scale factor. So I'm going to put my 10 under my X because it's in the same shape. And then I'm going to put my 2.5 under my 3. And so that's just what my proportion will look like. And that's a couple points on your test if you can just set up a proportion. Now the more challenging part is finding a scale factor. So what I always have my students do is I ask them to find the completed shape or the completed fraction, and I draw arrows to the uncompleted one, just like that. And if I look as my arrows go, I can see that my shape is going to increase, right? And if you look up here from DEF, over to my X, yeah, my shape increases. So I need a scale factor that's greater than 1. So what I do is I take these small numbers right here, or these corresponding sides, to help determine what did I multiply 2.5 by to get 10. If I take my 10, my large number, since it increases, and divide it by my smaller number, and I would do that on my handy dandy calculator, I'd find that I had a scale factor of 4. So what you could do is if you take 2.5 and multiply it by 4 on your calculator, you should find that you get 10. So if you multiply the bottom by 4, you need to multiply the top by 4. So 3 times 4 would give you an X value of 12. On your test, I'll ask you to write like a ratio of short to small. So you want to replace this, 12. So say I wanted a ratio of small side to large. So for shape ABC, I would have a ratio of 10 to 12, right? So I took my small side and compared it to my large side. And then I would have 3 for my other shape. Oh, sorry, my small side is 2.5. Good catch, Miss Girl. You're the best. To 3. And then you would need to identify corresponding angles. Hopefully this is helpful. Your numbers on your test are going to be a lot prettier than your unit review, I promise. So hope you guys are feeling a little better after you watch these videos.